Hello, I'm back again. I wanted to do a quick video all about a few of my favourite Chanel brooches. I actually have a couple more brooches, but I put them in storage when I moved house and I haven't been able to find them yet. So I'm hoping at one point I'll open a box and be like, oh my god, it's here. But until then, I have been wearing four. Basically, three of them were my favourites, or maybe two of them were my favourites, and then I packed away the other ones, and then I basically, because I thought, oh, I'll keep the two that are my favourites out and wear them while we're moving, and then I put the other, two, I think, in storage because I thought, oh, I wear these ones less, they'll be fine with a lot of my other jewellery in storage. But clearly I put them somewhere special and safe, and it was a little bit too special and safe because I haven't been able to find them since. And then there's a couple of brooches that I've bought since I moved, so they're the ones that I'm going to talk about. First of all, if you go into store and you buy a Chanel brooch, I will show you how it comes packaging wise. If you go into store and buy a brooch, it will come obviously in the Chanel carrier bag with the white flower, the white one, it's got a special word which I can never pronounce. It will have that, and it will have a piece of ribbon on it, and then inside there will be this box, and that will, I think, has ribbon, like a kind of a fabric, kind of a Grosgrain kind of ribbon with Chanel printed on, and then it will be wrapped up in a box like this. And then on the inside you will find some velvet, like I think it's suede or velvet, to kind of keep it safe. And that has, I don't know if you can see, but it has Chanel on. Can you see? It has Chanel actually kind of like embossed into it. And then you just open it up, and then inside you will find your brooch, all specially protected. So this is mine. Oh, that's the right way around. So this is mine. This is part of the Spring Summer 17 cruise collection. Ta-da! I actually got it at the airport. Well, my boyfriend bought it for me at the airport. He gave it to me and said, this is weird and colourful and kind of cool, and I think you will like it. And he was right. I love it. I actually was wearing it earlier today, which is why I thought, oh, I might do a video. So that's that one. This is my latest one. I got it actually in, I want to say like January, February, because it was part of the cruise collection, and I loved it, but I didn't wear it for like literally 3 months because it was just so bright and colourful. It looked ridiculous on all my winter coats because I think it's got like the neon colours in it. I was just like, every time I put it on, I was like, it looks weird. I'm not on a cruise. I can't get away with this. So I'm finally starting to wear it and enjoy it now, and I am doing, and I love it, and I've done some outfit posts with it, and I've been wearing it, and I've been really happy with it. I'm really proud of it, and I'm super happy with it. Like, I love it. I think it's really cool. It was quite expensive, I cannot lie. It was, even at duty-free prices, which was 20% off obviously, I want to say it was over £500. It was like £520 or something, which is, to be fair, an extortionate amount, but I wasn't aware that my boyfriend was buying it for me. It was a gift, and it was only when he got home and gave it to me, and then told me how much it cost, because I always want to know how much gifts cost, because I want to know, like, especially if it's something like Chanel, because I can look it up. And yeah, I don't know. I like to know what the prices are doing if I think it's good or whatever. And he just told me because he's honest with me about money and prices, so he just told me. But yeah, it was about 500 at duty-free prices, so that it was probably more like 600 in the shops. But this is it. I love it. I'm planning on wearing it for a good long time. I love it. I know it's extortionate, and even when he told me, I was like, oh. But he had already bought it, and I think he did it for that reason, because I wasn't there to stop him and tell him, no, that's too much money. And he knows I wear brooches a lot, and he thought it was weird and cool and special and really unusual. So I think that was his thoughts behind it. And also he'd been away with business for a week, and I think he wanted to surprise me. So that's my first, one of my favourite Chanel brooches, and the first one I'm going to show you. And then this one is actually the first Chanel brooch I ever got. So it is classic, the interlocking C's with the pearls on, and I think it's in the gold. Yep, it's in the gold tone. On the back, you can see the pin, and you can see the authenticity stamp. Oh, sorry, I should have shown the back of this one. Yeah, this is silver tone with the authenticity stamp there in the middle on the H. Yeah, on the H. So yeah, I got this one. It was one of my first ever Chanel purchases, actually. We got it in Selfridges in London maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. At the time, this was a classic, and it was pretty much always in store. And it also had one which had a little, I think it's called a bibble, and then it dropped down with a pearl, like a big droppy pearl. And it was actually a much fancier brooch with the pearl, and it was only about £5 more, but I actually preferred this one. And yeah, I love this one. I've worn it loads. I wear it on cardigans, I wear it summer or winter, I wear it on coats. I love it. I think it cost £130 at the time, which, although I thought was a lot, actually when you look at the equivalent to what because they don't make this one anymore, so I'm really happy I have it. But when you look at the equivalent of what they're doing at the moment, they're actually a lot more. Like, I think the last time I went in, the cheapest brooch I could find was more like 250, whereas this one was 130. So I'm super happy I have it. I love the design. It's just a really good size. It's not too small, not too big, not too flashy. It's quite chic. Like, I love this one. It's just really wearable, and I just love it. Like, I love it. Yeah, I wish they still did it. I wish they still did. And whenever like people say to me, oh, like, what should I get as my next Chanel purchase? And I'm like, well, have you got a Chanel brooch? Because that's such a nice thing to have. I'm always like, oh, I have a great one. They don't do it anymore. And this is the one I'm talking about, and I love it, and I'm really happy with it. I'm sure you can get it on the resale market because it's a classic that they made for years. But yeah, I love it, and it was my first ever Chanel brooch, which makes me really happy. And then I bought this one, which, here you go, can you see? Can you see? Yep. So this is a gold tone vintage Chanel brooch. I can't remember when it's from. I've got the documentation of it somewhere, but it's either, I think it's early 90s. I want to say it's like 92, 94, that kind of era. I love the shiny goldness of it. I love the gold coloured tone of it. It's like a button brooch. It's really cute. I wear it quite a lot. I wear it on a lot of my coats. I just think it's quite cool. It's quite like Samantha Jones from Sex and the City. I love it. I think it's really cool. I'm really happy with it. I bought it for not very much. I bought it from Vintage Heirloom, which I buy a lot of my vintage Chanel from because it's the one place where I'm really like, yep, if it's Chanel, it's on Vintage Heirloom, I know it's real. And also everything is in incredible quality, like incredible condition. She doesn't really mess around with like anything in rubbish condition. She just kind of has a small selection. I love her taste. I love what she buys. I could pretty much buy everything they have on there if I had the money. And yeah, I love it. I'm really happy with it. I think I paid about 100 I want to say like 110 or 115, which when you think that this one cost 500, like, I think this is an absolute steal. And when I saw it on there, I was like, yeah, I'm having that. If you are looking for a vintage Chanel brooch, I would go there. She is, but I think the buyer is, she's really into Chanel, but she's really into Chanel jewellery. So a lot of places are very good at like authenticating Chanel bags, but less good at authenticating Chanel jewellery. She is like an expert at Chanel jewellery. So I would highly recommend going there, and I think her prices are really fair. Like, I think 110 or 115 for this is amazing because, yeah, like I said, the cheapest that I found in store recently was about 250. So when you think about it that way, it's a really good price. And also it's just a great design. You know, it's not too flashy, it's not too blingy, it's really wearable, it's quite simple, it's quite cool. I love it, I'm really happy with it. And in a similar vein, and actually, it is actually quite a similar brooch. I'll show you, I'll hold them up next to each other so you can see, because they're actually very similar size, they're a similar design, but basically I loved this one so much that I wanted this one too. And the reason was so that I could like basically wear like 3 together, like almost as pin badges. Yeah, I probably didn't need this one, but I really liked it, and I don't know. There was a theory for why I needed both. I think it was to layer them together. I think I was like, oh, I need to get one more, and then I can wear the 3 gold tone ones together. But I just thought, I love it. It was again quite cheap. I kind of saw it and just thought, that's a great price, that's a great brooch. I'll wear it, and I think it's a really good investment. I think it was just over £100, which I was like, that's incredible. I think I had just got this one for 500, and I was like, oh my god, a Chanel brooch for 100. I may as well get it. I love it. It's cool. I will wear it a lot, and yeah, and I have done. Also, I don't know, I think there is difference between the two of them. They are quite similar, but they're quite different. I don't know, I wanted both. I wear them both. I'm hoping to get a third one that I can wear with it, and then wear the 3 together. Yeah, I just think when you see a Chanel brooch for like just over £100, you buy it, you know, because they're only going to go up in value. I mean, when I first bought my first Chanel brooch, it was 130, and now you can't get anything for, well, double that. So, you know, I think whenever I see something and I know it's authentic because it's again from vintage heirloom, I'm just like, buy it, I want it, I may as well. So yes, these are 4 of my favourite Chanel brooches, and I just thought I would share them. And yeah, I love wearing brooches. I feel like necklaces are nice and all, but I've always been quite a brooch girl. I find them really easy to wear. I kind of put them on my winter coats to refresh my winter coat look. I often buy quite expensive winter coats. I don't buy many of them, but I'll spend more on them. So instead of buying like 3 winter coats a year because I get bored of them, I'll only buy 1, or maybe I won't even buy any at all, but I will just keep refreshing them with different scarves and different brooches. And yeah, I think a Chanel brooch is a great buy. In fact, I would say I've worn my Chanel brooches more than I've worn my Chanel necklaces in some ways. But yeah, I hope that was of help. I hope you like seeing my brooch collection, and I hope I find the ones that I've lost, because yeah, I'm kind of gutted that I have lost them. I'm sure they're packed away in storage somewhere. But take my advice and be careful when you're packing to move house, that you put your jewellery not somewhere in a safe place, in an actual safe place. Thank you very much. If you liked it, please like it, and if you would like to subscribe, please do. I don't have any subscribers still, maybe because I ramble on for nearly 14 minutes about 4 brooches. But yeah, thank you very much. Okay, bye.